welcome to Make It Monday. My name is Leslie and I am the Reading Safari and Stream Coordinator for Monterey County Free Libraries. Today I thought, because it's been raining so much, that we would do a rain cloud craft. This one is going to be a little bit of an experiment because I've never actually made it before. I found it on the internet, it seemed like fun, and so I'm going to give it a go. So in order to do this project, you will need a piece of paper. So if you have cardstock or watercolor paper, that's great. This will work on regular paper too, though. I'm using cardstock. I don't have any watercolor paper on hand. You'll need some kind of tray. I'm using a kitchen one. You're going to put your paper on it like this, and you're going to work like that. And then what you're going to need is you're going to need a stack of books. So I've got these right here. And I'm going to use them to prop my tray up like this at an angle, kind of like it's an easel, okay? Another thing you will need is some glue, and you will need some food coloring. So obviously we're doing blue because we're making rain. I have a small amount of water in this cup. You will need some cotton balls. Okay, these are going to be our clouds. And then you'll need like a small little container to mix in, something to mix with. I'm going to use this pipette thing, and I'm also going to use this to make the raindrops on my page. However, if it doesn't work well, I have a straw here. So like I said, it's going to be a little bit of an experiment. So grab your things and let's make some rain clouds. So as you see, I've got my paper propped up here. I've got one book in the front and a few in the back. And the front one holds the tray so that it doesn't slide forward from being put on an incline, okay? So I've got that set up. This is gonna be what I paint on. Now, we are going to make some watercolor. Now this is an experiment. I don't know exactly, this is going to be exactly like watercolor, but we're going to find out. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put some glue in this little container right here. I'm going to start off with not too much, and then I am going to add some food coloring, because guess what? I don't have any watercolor paints on hand. So I'm just seeing if I can make my own. Okay, we're gonna mix that together. And because we want it to be a little more watery, we're gonna add some water to it. Okay, and I'm just gonna have to keep playing with this and experimenting to see if it's liquidy enough. The next step is to take this. I'm going to try and get some into my pipette here, but it doesn't look like I'm having a lot of success, but I'm still going to try and put it on my paper like this and see if it'll run down the paper like raindrops. And it doesn't look to be doing that. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add some more water. Okay, so I can make this even more liquidy, and then maybe my pipette would be a little better at getting all this into it and then out onto the paper. So this is what I have so far. So I don't know if this pipette just doesn't work or what, but I think I might need to try something else, because what I was hoping for is that I would get a lot of liquid into it and then be able to send it just kind of streaming down the page. Oh, look, it's happening. Okay, look, that's so cool. Okay, now we got some streams coming. Okay, cool. So very slow progress. That's what I have to keep reminding myself, is that sometimes I just need to be patient and then let things let gravity work its magic, because that's what's at work here, is gravity is going to push these little raindrops down. Thought I'd have a little check-in here. I've got my raindrops. They are ever so slowly moving down the page. This is going to be a craft that requires some patience, as we have learned. But while I am waiting for these raindrops to run down the page, I'm going to add my clouds in. And you're going to want to stick, there we go. You're going to want to stick it on pretty soon after so that the glue doesn't run down the page as well. Okay, so I'm just going to keep adding some here. And the cool thing is that because our raindrops are made of partially glue, they might help the cotton balls stick as well. So that is very cool. So let's go ahead, while we're waiting for our rain to run down the page, let's go ahead and add our clouds. My clouds are all there. My rain is still running. I gotta admit, I added some more of my homemade watercolor paint. And now I'm going to take a cotton ball and I'm going to try something here because I want to make a little kind of ocean here at the bottom. See, it looks pretty cool. And I discovered a new way to paint with cotton balls. All right. So I got my little ocean on here. The rain is coming down into the ocean and I'm just going to let that dry. Okay, everybody, this is our finished craft. Well, sort of, because it's the craft that keeps on going. As I leave it to stand up, the rain is going to keep falling and it's going to look different in maybe a couple hours. So, but I wanted to share what I have right now. And just remember that this is a craft that requires some patience and, you know, gravity's got to do its thing. So when it's sitting up like this, gravity is going to slowly, slowly, slowly pull those raindrops down. And then you're going to have a really cool thing that looks like this or a little different. Anyway, don't worry if your raindrops don't fall. You can add a little more to them, you know, and make them so they're a little more watery. But you can't really do it wrong, you know. That's the whole thing to remember, is you can't do this wrong. It's just fun, right? Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in for this Make It Monday. Make sure that you watch Allison's storytime video this Wednesday. It's also going to be about the water cycle. And so that should be really, really fun for you guys, okay? Anyway, I will see you for next week's Maker Monday. You take care. I'll see you next time. Bye.